Hey guys, this is Ashish and welcome to another C programming tutorial. And in this tutorial I'll be doing for loop basically, but before that let me just tell you something which I forgot to tell you. Okay, now to add things, there are different ways you can add things. Like I'll just show you. I have just initialized this counter to 0. Now I'll just show you different ways to add it. One is the very simple one which we all know, counter is equal to counter plus 1. Okay, we all know that. Now there's another way you can put this statement. This statement which I'll write now will mean same as the above one, but it'll be in a different way, like counter plus equals 1. Okay, this means the same thing as the above one, and the next one will be next pre-increment and post-increment I'll show you after this. Okay, so there we go. We'll just build and run it. Oh, I didn't print it. Sorry about that. Printf, and I'll just give it a value. I'll just call it this is these I guess are the values. Okay, so %d as it is an integer, and we'll just keep it a new line. Okay, and counter, we'll just put it for all of these so that you can make out when the value changes. Okay, so now what I've done here is I've just initialized the counter. Okay, now I'll print the value when this is 0. This will obviously show 0. Next, after incrementing, I'll just show it to you. You can see okay, it should have been this is the counter. When it was 0, it was 0. Now I've incremented by 1, so it just means that incrementing is nothing but how much you add. I've just added 1 to it, so it is 1. Now as I said, this and this means the same. This one and this line over here, they both do the same function, but they are in a different way. So it added 1, so 0 plus 1 will be 1. Similarly in the next case. Now we'll discuss something about I can say pre-increment and post-increment. Okay, in pre-increment and post-increment I'll just show it to you in these statements itself, and it's better I show you after it gets executed. Okay, now this was pre-increment. Post-increment is plus plus after the counter. So let's just see. Oh shit, you see both are 1, but you'll think we have incremented it here again. It should had been 2, but the thing here is when you do post increment, it'll finish the execution and then it'll increment the value. Now if I copy and paste it again, you'll see the value 2 now. So that will be post increment, that is after the execution it'll increment. And there you go, build and run it. See, pre-increment will increment and then executed. It was 0, it incremented. Hey, I'll increment by 1. It incremented 1. Now again in the next printf statement, it'll see it is a post increment, so it'll execute the statement and then it'll increment. And yeah, this is just the value after the second increment, which is 2. Okay, now coming to something called a for loop. Okay, I'll just tell you how for loop is, and there it is, how you write a for loop. Okay, for loop, like all the other loops, it has its own body, and within these braces you'll have an expression, and I'll just write down that expression, and everything means something. Okay, now I'll put counter, so I'll put counter. I'll just this part of the for loop is called initializing the counter. I've just given the name also as counter of the variable. Now this This one basically tells that till where, this, like 10 will be the last count for it, and this is incrementing it. Okay, now counter, what do I want it to do? I just want it to print what? Print the value of counter. Okay, the value of the counter is percentile d, as it is an integer. The conversion specifier will be d, and I'll just put counter and end it. Okay, now I've just added an alert sound so that it gives out the sound 10 times. Let's build and run it, and I hope you can hear the sound. Okay, I hope you heard the sound 10 times. So this was the counter. The value of the counter was 1, 2, 3. It looped 10 times. Okay, see how it is now is we asked it to start from 1. So that is the first statement. It started from 1. It'll print out the statement, then it'll check. It'll, after executing, it'll check. It'll increment it. It goes to 2. Then it will check whether 2 is less than or equal to 10. Yes, it is. Executed. Then again increment. Then it will check whether 3 is less than or equal to 10. Yes, it is. So goes on. Then it will check for 9. Yes, 9 is less than 10. It will executed. Then again 10 is equal to 10, but 11 is not. So it will come out of the loop. Okay, that's pretty much basics of the for loop. Now let's see another two important keywords in C. That's break and continue. I'll just show you how it is. I'll just get rid of this. I've just initialized a variable x, and now coming for the for loop, I'll just put it for x equals 1, and I'll just keep the count till 5, I guess. No, I'll just make it 10. Okay, 10, and semicolon is a separator. You need it to, separate it from the rest of the expression. Okay, in the for loop, now what I wanted to do is, like, if when the value of x equals to 5, okay, and remember equals in programming language is 2 equal sign, not a single equal sign. And yeah, if it comes to 5, I want it to break. Break basically comes out of the loop, which is I'll just show you in a better way. Okay, now I'll just print out the values of the counter, whichever it is, and x is the counter which we took it. And then at the final, just before ending it, I'll just write a line, printf. I'll just keep it in a new line, and broke out of loop at x equals percentile, I'm so sorry, percentile d, and I'll keep it in a new line. Okay, and x was the value. Okay, so now if I build and run it, oh, I forgot a semicolon. That's okay. Yeah, if I build and run it, okay, it shows 1, 2, 3, 4. I should have done it in a new line. Okay, I'll just build and run it again. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, and broke out of the loop at x is equal to 5. Now how was it? It was like it came to x was 1. Okay, it saw it was less than 10, so it came. It just came into this condition, the if condition. Is 1 equal to 5? No, so it just printed out 1. Is 2 equal to 5? No, it printed out this printf statement. Then again, is 3 equal to 5? No. Is 4 equal to 5? No. But when it came to 5, is 5 equals to 5? Yes, it is equal. Now what this break statement does is, it'll come out of a loop, like it'll break it out of the for loop also. Like, it was in if loop, if you execute a break statement, it will execute out of the for loop as well. So it didn't execute 5 over here, it just came out and executed this one. Okay, so this was the break loop basically. Now continue loop is sort of opposite to it. If I write continue, not count, okay, continue. Now what this will do is I'll just change this line to I guess used continue to skip the value. Okay, now I'll just show you what this does. I'll just build and run it. Okay, so there you go. It executed everything except 5. Now what this does is, unlike break just comes out of the for loop, continue will send it back. Like when it comes to 1, yes, this is not equal, 5 is not equal to 1, so it will print out this one. Similarly 2, 3 and 4, but when it comes to 5, 5 is equal to 5, so it will not come to this printf statement. Rather it will go up again and start executing again. Then it will come up to 6. Is 6 equal to 5? No, then it will print this one. So what it basically does is it just skip the 5. So whichever number you put, it'll skip that number. Okay, so guys, I've just written down a code just to save a bit of time, and in this code we'll just find out the numbers from 1 to 100, which all are the numbers those are prime. So let me walk you through this. We have just declared two variables I and j, and now this is a for loop, and inside this for loop we have another for loop. Okay, so this is called nested. These types of loops are called nested loops, and this is a nested for loop. Okay, I've just summed up all the concepts we learned: break, if statement, and the for loop for now. Okay, in this we just initialize this to 2 because we know prime number starts with 2. And now how this works is the inner for loop works completely. Now for every, like, if I is equal to 2, j will go for 2, 3 up till 99. Okay, then I goes to 3, again j goes till 99. Okay, now what this does is it will count again. It'll check, this statement will check if I is equal to the remainder is the remainder of I and j equal to 0. Now, starting by the definition of the prime number, we all know that to satisfy the criteria of prime number, it should be divisible by itself or 1. Okay, now 2 and j is 2, so 2 by 2, the remainder is obviously 0. So this condition is satisfied, the if condition is satisfied, so it will break. As I said, break, it will break out of the for loop as well. This is the for loop, and it will break out of the for loop, and it will check is I equal to j. Yes, then it is a prime. Okay, similarly if I do it for another one, like now suppose I is 3, 3 by 2, is the remainder 0? No, 3 by 2, the remainder we won't get it as 0, so this condition is not satisfied, it won't do anything. Okay, now it will check for another one. We have basically told, we have not given any programming or coding that if the remainder is not 0, do anything. We have not done that. So what this will do is, for each I, j will loop through 99 times and find out all the prime numbers. As here it is, it loops out properly. So yeah, this was a tutorial. Please don't forget to subscribe.